Good afternoon, friends, and welcome. I'll be sharing live trades and results with you. We'll be evaluating how well these trades work out. We'll be benchmarking this against the S&P 500. I'm expecting to be outperforming it every month. Along the way, I'll also be sharing some lessons I've learned about investments, trading, and building wealth. And of course, the mandatory disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It should not be interpreted as advice. And with that, let's get into it. Welcome to trade number 9. It is April 3rd, and as you can see, our last exit was way back here. We've been out of the market for 5 or 6 days here. Adam has been challenged to figure out when are some good entry and exits. This has been sort of a wild chart. But on this day, right here, Adam decided things look good enough. We are going to go ahead and enter into the market. So let's watch that order go in live. And trade number 9 is on. Well, trade number 9 is going to be quite the wild ride. You can see our entry right here. The next day it looked okay. The market gapped down, but ended up a little positive. But look at the following day. The market started out way up here. In the beginning of the day, we thought this was going to be a really good trade. But by the end of the day, we are taking some heavy losses. This is not working out the way we wanted to. Adam was patient because the following day, the market gapped up slightly from the day before and ended up being a pretty decent day. We even got into some positive territory up here. But as you know, we make our trading decisions toward the end of the day. And Adam has decided that after this crazy ride up and this crazy ride down, I lied, the crazy ride down and then up, Adam's going to go ahead and take an exit. So we're going to watch that exit happen live. We are going to take a little bit of a loss on this trade, but I mentioned in the beginning, this is just sort of a wild chart and a little bit difficult to trade. Adam's doing the best he can. Hopefully he'll get some positive trades later, but let's finish this one out and head over to our tracking sheet. Well, that trade, number 9, completed on April 5th. We were just in for a couple of days. As you can see, the S&P 500 was at 518.43, and that brings the year-to-date total of the S&P 500 buy and hold strategy at just a little over 9%, 9.07. We unfortunately took a loss, and as you could see from our chart, we weren't in the whole time either that the S&P was up and down. We took a little loss, and that brings our year-to-date total down to 7%, just a little over 7. So as of April 5th, we're not very happy. We're a couple percent, I'd say just about 2% behind the S&P 500. Sometimes this does happen, particularly early on in the year. We're just going to have to wait and see how it does. But I want to talk a little bit about some of the key metrics here. We've got a winning percentage at 67. We're expecting that to be about 70. That's been pretty accurate year over year. Profit factor, what that means is for every dollar we invest, what are we getting on a return? So we'd like to see that a little above 1.5. It's close to 3 right now. It's tending a little bit high, but that's okay. But the new one I added in here was this winning factor. And let me explain what that is. What the winning factor is how are we doing against the S&P 500? Because looking at some historical data, I expect that to be 1.5. So we're definitely behind. Right now, as of the 5th, we're at 0.78. So we're making about 80% of what the S&P 500 is making. That's really not what we want to see. We really want to see this at 1.5. And I think this is particularly important to have something like this in here because if we can't outperform the S&P 500 buy and hold strategy, we should be buying and holding the S&P 500. So that's why I added that factor in there. I'll kind of refer to it on some of the future trades. But you can see, I'm looking at our 4-year view year over year. We definitely see that 1.5-ish range. Definitely want to see that in the future too. But as of right now, as of this year, we are definitely trailing. So hopefully we'll see some future trades look pretty good, and we'll have to wait and see and find out. That's it for today. How do you think we're doing? Please comment below and let me know how this compares to other investments you've seen. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be taken or interpreted as advice. Until next time.